I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I just want you, I just need you, I don't know.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am so excited to be filming this video, and this is a video that has been requested so much on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel, and that of course is my complete saddle pad collection. Slight white lie, because I do have 3 saddle pads that I've forgotten at home. I have a navy suede pad from Lamar, I've got a Kentucky pad which is beautiful, and the reason that I've forgotten that is because I've hidden it somewhere to keep it safe and I can't quite remember where I've hidden it to. It's baby pink, it's velvet, and it's got diamante around the sides. It's touched Ringo once and I nearly cried when it did because it's so pretty. So don't ever buy one of those because they're so pretty. It's they're not very practical to use, but it's nice to look at. And I've also got another competition pad at home as well. Other than that, these are all my saddle pads and I'm going to take you through them one by one. So I actually have a lot more saddle pads than what I first thought, and a year ago today I had 1 saddle pad. Shamefully now I have about 20. I'm not sure how or why this collection has grown so rapidly. I'm now going to start taking you through every single one, and I think my plan is I will take you through them all and then get Ringo out and show you them all on him and see how we get on, and I hope you guys are okay with that. Outfit wise for me today, I'm in Holland Cooper. I'm in the Heritage base layer set in khaki, and I have the Carl Hester X Holland Cooper gilet on. This is my favourite gilet. I think I just said gilet. This is my favourite gilet of all time. I adore it. And this is one purchase I fully recommend. I wear it all the time. So without further ado, I need to wake my brain up. It's quite early in the morning, and I'm going to take you guys through my saddle pads. So we'll start at this end. And I will start off by saying I have been very, very lucky to have been gifted some of these. I've got a real mixture of saddle pads that I have bought and have also been gifted. And I've got a range of brands as well, so we can test them all, have a look at them all, and also let me know which is your favourite in the comment section down below. Okay, we'll start off at this end. This is one of my favourites and one of my most worn. This is from Equestrians.com. It's a black pad. I always feel like black is so classic, it's such an easy wear, and this is such a beautiful saddle pad. Equestrians.com are one of my favourites. They're a really nice amount of padding in them as well, so I really, really love these. They also look so, so glamorous. If we can see it in the sunshine there as well, it's such a lovely pad. And as we can see from the inside, and this has been washed as well, I get so much wear out of this. I always find that they wash really well as well. Next up is this one. This is the bronze gold, I think this was called, from Equestrians.com. Is it mahogany? Okay, been corrected by Sammy. I've got the name of this wrong. This is the mahogany glimmer, and as we can see, it sparkles in the sunshine. Now I have used this one quite a lot, and the only thing I will say is, as we can see, it has not worn very well. I bought this one myself, and obviously, you know, they're not the cheapest in the world, and I'm a little bit disappointed with this bit here. This is if I'm being completely honest, which we know I like to be on my channel. It is one of my favourite saddle pads to wear. It's the one I think that maybe suits Ringo the best, and obviously it looks like this in the sunshine, which is beautiful. However, practicality wise, 5 out of 10. Next up, I think this was called Evening Haze. Love the green. It's kind of just a little tiny bit darker than sage, but it has a beautiful rose gold trim, which is super gorgeous, and the spine of the saddle pad as well in the rose gold. Equestrians.com, always super, super glamorous and one of my favourites. So Ringo is usually in a cob, but on the 2 collaborations we have with them, they sent them in a full, and again, they still fit him really, really well and don't look too big on him. So if you've got a 13.2 and you're wanting a colour of Equestrians.com and they're out of stock, the full don't look too big on a small pony, if that makes sense. So moving away from Equestrians.com, I then have this gorgeous pad from Equipad. This is a really, really lovely pad. It's such a practical pad. They're so easy to wash. I've washed this a number of times, and as you can see, all of the hairs do come straight off of this, and it's just a really easy pad to wear. Again, a really nice easy colour as well to match with any horses. And I did collaborate with this brand, so I was gifted this pad, but I still am giving my complete honest opinion, and I do actually wear this one quite a lot because it is just so easy and so practical to use. Put this one at the end now because I've taken it out, messed up Sammy's order and she's going to kill me. Next we have Joshua Jones. Now this genuinely is one of my favourite pads and one that I use so much, especially in the winter. It washes really, really well. I've washed this so many times, and again, the majority of the hair comes out. And as I said, I mainly use this one in the winter, so this is like Ringo's winter hair, and again, the majority of it has come out in the wash. These pads are lovely. It's not a dressage pad. I think this is a GP or close contact pad in terms of shape, but the colour so classic. I love a navy. Navy is probably my favorite color to wear like on the day to day. I think it's such a classic color. The burgundy trim and then the United flag colors down the ribbon as well on the trim is so beautiful, so classic. This is a great pad. It's also a really lovely for thickness. It's lovely and padded, but it's a really nice soft pad. It feels lovely to ride on. I've never had any issues with riding in this either. It never slips, and this is a great pad. And next we move on to my Lamar collection. Can we see that I like Lamar? Can we notice I like Lamar? I've got a couple of their suede pads at home still. These are my Lamar pads. So I'll start off with this one. This is the champagne. Hasn't been washed in a while. Can tell I use this one a lot. This smells of Ringo as well, and it smells of Ringo on not one of his best days, I must admit. But this is a lovely pad, and again, it goes with so many horses. I love the champagne colour. I think it's such a classy and classic colour, and it's a great colour to go through autumn, winter and spring and summer with. I love this, and as we can see, I have worn this to death. It desperately needs a wash, but it is such a great saddle pad, and it's one of my favourite colours, and I really hope they bring it back, because I wasn't into saddle pads or collecting at the time when this came out, so I haven't got one yet. So I haven't got the clothing to match it, and I would love the clothing to match this colour actually. So if you are watching this Lamar and you want to bring this colour back, please. And moving on to, I think, my favourite colour from the autumn winter collection last year, and that is the oak. The oak, oh my goodness me, I loved this colour last year. Again, the most classic colour to go with every colour horse. Honestly, it's so classic, it's so classy. The clothing in the oak as well was one of my favourites. And this I wore loads in the winter. I've washed it loads, and I always find with the Loire as well, they do wash really well. I do think the suede washes better, but the Loire washes just as well. Especially with Ringo, he's always dirty, so they do always need a wash. So these have all been in the wash numerous times, and they have all come out pretty much perfect. The only ones that haven't been washed recently is the navy and the Reoka. Okay. What did I call it? Navy. Oh. It's the champagne and the Reoka. The Reoka is the one I'm using the most at the moment because it's just come into autumn, and I did actually want to wash it for this video, but I ran out of time, so we're going to have to deal with this one looking pretty filthy, because Ringo is pretty filthy at the moment when he comes in from the field. Next, moving on to a spring and summer colour of this year. This is the papaya. This is my favourite spring summer colour this year. I love a coral. I love how bright it was. Ringo wore this loads and always looked so good in it. I do regret not getting the bandages and the matching, like the whole matchy set in this, but I did actually get some. But I got myself the dynamic jacket to go with it, and yeah, this is one of my favourite colours this year. And again, this has been washed a few times and is in still perfect condition, as we can see. And if I undo this a little bit more, you can really see that it's in perfect condition. It's just covered in hair now from the saddle pad on the top of it. As I said, this is my favourite colour from the spring summer 2022. Moving on, oh no, we've got one more onto here. Hidden. Then moving on to another autumn winter colour of last year. This was the Reoka. This really was my favourite up until I first got the oak, and then it became a close second. But as we can see, I'm wearing this all the time. This is a saddle pad that is great all year round. I wear this so much, and I feel like burgundy or a wine colour goes with so many different outfits. And yeah, I literally wear this to death. Can't even tell you how many times this has been washed, and it still looks absolutely perfect. It just needs another wash at the moment because it's filthy. Next, moving on to Next, moving on to this year's autumn winter colour. This is my favourite of the autumn winter colours this year. This is the fig. I am obsessed with the fig. If you've been watching my YouTube channel over the last couple of months, you will see that I'm always in fig. Most of my videos revolve around the fig. My lorry's kitted out with the fig. Ringo's always wearing the fig. I'm always wearing the fig. I have pretty much the full collection in the fig now. I'm obsessed. To be fair as well, I'm not the biggest purple fan, but this is such a lovely dark, rich and deep purple. It's just so lovely. And again, it's one of those colours that just goes with every horse colour. Ringo's a roan, it goes with chestnuts, it goes with bays, it goes with greys. Really versatile. And again, what I like about this colour is it's a really classic and timeless colour, which isn't just going to be a trend. It's a colour that you can wear in the years to come and not just have it stored away in a cupboard and never use it again. Pop you over there for a minute. Now moving on to one of the classics, obviously black, in the Loire with the extra padding around the wither. This again is one of my most used pads. I love this pad, and we have literally worn this to death, and it still doesn't look like death. Again, I've washed this so many times, even with the extra padding, and it's never gone funny, it's never dried funny, it's never shrunk, it still looks in great condition. I've had this for a year and I use this all the time. And as I said before, with the classic colours, black and navy are definitely, if you're looking to just buy a really, really lovely pad, I either recommend getting them in black or in navy. They're going to last you year upon year. They never go out of date. They're timeless, they're classic, and they go with every colour. So if you're just looking to get one pad this year and you want something new, you want something classic that's just always going to look amazing, I really recommend the Loire collection in either navy or black, and they're going to last you for year upon year. And then moving on to my last Loire saddle pad, this is the watermelon from, again, spring summer this year. Loved this colour. If you're not new here, you all know I'm a massive pink fan. I love all things pink, and the fact that this is of it, and the fact that I would say that spring summer this year was the year of pink for Lamar, was the best year, especially then buying a Barbie pony as well. Obviously I bought Truly, who is blonde and Barbie, and these saddle pads, especially these two in particular, the papaya and the watermelon, are going to be, I'm assuming, her most used pads when she's broken in 2 years' time. Lovely, lovely pad. And now moving on to Monta. So when Ringo and I had our jumping expeditions at the end of last year, we moved to a show jumping yard, and watching all the show jumpers, I got the bug. Only for 2 lessons, but I got the bug now. I got the bug nevertheless, and I was sent a show jumping pad from Monta. This actually, because it's such a great cut, I actually use it with my showing saddle, which is super comfy to go hacking in. So this is my most used when I go hacking. This is beautiful, as we can see. It is so soft and spongy and padded. It's a beautiful colour. It shines beautifully in the sunshine. I'm pretty sure this is the ivory colour as well. It has a mesh panel going down the spine as well, which is really, really breathable, really, really great. This is the inside of this pad. This is genuinely one of my favourite pads, and as I say, I use this for hacking all the time because, one, it's really comfy on Ringo, and it goes so nicely with my old showing saddle, which is so comfy to hack in, as opposed to my dressage saddle, which isn't the comfiest. Now we move on to 2 of 3 of my competition pads. The only thing I will say, this is the Lamar suede one, and the other side looks like this. It's got the Lamar logo at the back. I've washed this a couple of times and the saddle stain hasn't come out. However, obviously it's a saddle stain because the saddle goes over the top of it, so you don't notice that bit anyway, which is absolutely fine. But that's the only thing I would say about the saddle pad, is that stain on both sides hasn't come out. I say that's fine because it's covered when the saddle's on there anyway. And if you're thinking about opinions between the Loire and the suede, I would say personally, in my opinion, the Loire is a little bit more glamorous. It looks a bit more chic, and obviously it kind of glimmers in the sun and it's a little bit more bougie. However, I would say the suede is a lot more practical and a lot easier to wash, even though, as I've said a million times already in this video, all of the Loire do wash really well. The suede does wash a lot better and a lot easier, and it takes up less room in the washing machine as well. And then the last saddle pad in this video, before we get Ringo out and try them all on him, this is from Animo, and this is beautiful. I've only actually worn this in a photo shoot. I'm saving this to keep it as white as I can. Love the rose gold studs, obviously the Animo logo here in the corner as well. Such a beautiful and glamorous pad. This is in a cotton material. This is the inside of the pad, which is slightly more of like a brushed cotton, I would say. It's really, really soft, really, really nice thickness to the pad as well. And yeah, that is the Animo one. So guys, now I've shown you the whole of my saddle pad collection that I have here today. I'm going to get Ringo out and we're going to try them all on him. Okay guys, so we now have Ringo out. I'm hoping he's going to stand here like a normal horse would and should. But are we a normal horse? No, we are not. So we will just see how well we do. I will give him a treat to start with, just so he knows I have them. But you only get more if you're good. Yes, so on that note, let's start trying all the saddle pads on Ringo Bear. Hey, which side should we start? You stay there. Stay, otherwise no more sweeties. So I've just brought a bunch out at a time, but I thought we'd start with the Equipad one, and you can see how this looks on. So again, this is in full size, and as I said, a really, really smart pad, really, really lovely. And personally, I feel, as I'm wandering around, that this is a really good and versatile colour that would go with all horse colours. And yeah, it's a really, really great pad. We use it a lot, as I said before, and this is the Equipad. So next, moving on to equestrians.com, and I will quickfire these ones. So this is the black. I think this is called Total Eclipse, actually, if I remember rightly. Let me itch his bum and hopefully he'll chill. There we go. So yeah, this is the Total Eclipse on Ringo, and as I say, black is such a classic colour. This is such a classic and timeless saddle pad. I love this. I love the piping all around the edges. Do you as well? Do you? And yeah, this is one of my favourites, and again, one of my most used, as we can see. Next, the mahogany glimmer. Obviously now we're not in the sunshine, so it's not going to be glimmering, but you can see it then in the shade as well, other than the fact it's got some dust on it, which I need to get off with a wet wipe. Can we stand still? which I need to get off with a wet wipe. It's probably my most used pad because I think it's the one that goes with him the best, and I love it. We're going to start being a pain now as well, I can tell. So, next up is the Evening Haze. Again, a really, really lovely pad on Ringo, who is doing a twist and shake. No, we're not going to eat Sammy's wood, thank you. Again, in a little bit more of a darker limer, more limey type green. But the thing that personally stands out for me most on this saddle pad is the rose gold piping. Do you like it? Which one's your favourite so far? Because you're starting to be a pain and we don't want to eat my microphone lead either. No, because then you get electrocuted and you go bang. Alright, so that's that one. And now let me go and collect all my Lamar ones before we completely just get on my very last nap. Next up is the Joshua Jones, and this is how this looks and how this fits. So I wouldn't say this is a dressage pad, this is probably more of a close contact / GP saddle pad. Could maybe even get away with this as a jumping pad. Obviously it's not as long or a square cut as most of dressage pads. What are you doing? As I say, yeah, with the navy, one of the most classic colours against the burgundy as well. Really, really classic, really timeless, and one of my favourite pads. And I know I say this to all of them that they're all my favourite pads, but they are all my favourite pads, hence why I have them. Is the Animo. And again, probably more of a GP style cut. Lovely, lovely pad, and the white looks so good on him. You look like you're going to a horse show. You do. Oh, soggy, nice. But yeah, really, really lovely pad, and this is how this one fits and looks. Next up is the one from Monta. Can we just, which way are we standing this time? Going round, okay, stay there then. Choose a spot and stay there, please. So yeah, this is the Monta one in a jumping cut. What's the matter now? And a kiss. Not the interview that's going to chill you out. Just deep breaths, breathe, we need some yoga. So yeah, this is the Monta one in the ivory. Such a beautiful pad. I think these are called the Deluxe, but spelt Deluxe. And yeah, jumping fit, really, really lovely. I just haven't got a jumping saddle, but I use, as I say, my showing saddle on here, on this one, and I hack out the most in this one. This is our competition one. He's typically on the wrong side this time to be able to, oh no, good boy. I can show you what it looks like in the ring now, because you can now see the Lamar logo on that side. This is a full size pad actually, and as you can see, the full size looks just as good as the cob size or small mediums on him. And yeah, this is our competing one. This is what it looks like, and as I say, the suede just washes so well. Okay, quick fire in the Loire. This is the watermelon, because he's really losing his patience now, and my patience is really being tested. So this is the watermelon. This is how it looks on Ringo. I'll do these two at the same time if I near enough can. This is the champagne. This was definitely our most used last year. And this is what that one looks like. This is the small to medium on him. Hey, what do you think of that one? Hey? That looks really small now. That may have shrunk. This is the oak in the Loire. This is in full size. This is a full size pad, and that is what that size looks on him as well. I almost think the full maybe looks better on him. Can't make up my mind. Next up is the papaya in small medium. This is my favourite spring summer colour that they came out with this year. I think on Ringo especially. It looks lovely, and if you do move into the sunshine, yay, we can see how much it lights up and how pretty it looks whilst I get squashed in the corner. Next up is the Black Loire. Stand please. Hello. What's this one? It smells like you. You big pain in the bum. And that's what this one looks like. Again, as I say with the black, it suits everything. It suits every horse. It's such a classic. And I would probably say black is my favourite. Maybe navy, between navy and black is probably my favourites. Reoka, again, one of our most used pads, as we can see. In the small medium, and that's what this one looks like on him. It just could do with a bit of a wash and a brighten up. And then we've got one more before my horse literally loses his mind. Saving maybe the best to last. This is the Loire Fig. Okay, we've done it, Ringo. We've done it, I promise. This is what the fig looks like on him in the small medium, obviously matching the lovely a cappella head collar in the fig as well. Last treat, quick. Last treat, last sweetie bag, and obviously the grooming kit and all of our brushes in there. I'm talking really, really fast now because he's about to lose his patience and he'll now go back in for his hay net. Sorry if I'm talking so fast and you can't understand me now, I'm joking. I will come down now because he's had his sweetie and he is chilling. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this maybe very chaotic video. Please, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, click the like button if you did enjoy enjoyed this video, and I'm sure in a year's time I'm maybe going to have a few more saddle pads in my collection, and I can do a revised saddle pad collection in a year's time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day. We will see you in our next video when we're probably at home and a lot more chilled out when we're at home, less going on. Actually, to be fair, there's maybe more going on at home, so I don't really understand why we are so today. But it is this is being filmed in the middle of September, where we've had completely dry weather and then a ton of rain, and it basically, I suppose, to the horses feels like spring with all the new grass growing. They're gonna just walk over me. We've suddenly gone from complete donkey to complete stallion in the space of a week, hence why we are looking slightly different to what Ringo usually does. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.